Hey guys, I'm back with another video. I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded. There's been a lot of things that have gotten in my way, but I no longer I made a mod for the G&G UMP or the UMG. If any of you guys own the gun, then you know that the only suppressor that works with the gun is anywhere from $65 to $100, depending on where you try to buy it from. And I just wanted to show you guys that I made a suppressor mod that uses a specific suppressor, one of my old ones. I'm going to show you guys how I did it, how it's done, and where you can buy it from. First we'll start off with the suppressor. It is an S&T Smith suppressor. It's the size of mine is 35 by 220. If this will focus, there you go, 35 by 220. Any suppressor that is longer in length will work. Shorter ones I don't believe will work, or they might work. The only thing is you have to get the suppressor into the actual gun a certain length, as you can see through there. So I'm going to show you guys how I did it. When you get the suppressor, when you get the actual suppressor, give me one second. I don't know where I put that part. When you get the actual suppressor, it has an end cap on it. And basically what you're going to do is, like, the end cap that screws onto the actual side, or onto the actual barrel, what you do is you just take that off. What I did, so you take that off, and then what I did was I taped on a little piece of cardboard to push this up, and I'll explain why I did that in a second. But so once you have that, you have the opening end, and you have to make sure that it is the 35mm thickness, because any thicker and it won't fit, any thinner and it won't fit. So what you do is, if I don't drop my gun here, what you do is you take the suppressor, and as you can see, it's hollow right there. So what you do is you just put in the suppressor, and it's snug enough to where it won't fall out once you get it in far enough. And that's about far enough for mine. And then what you do is, because it's loose in there, you can wiggle it back and forth. I don't know if you can see that. But you can wiggle it back and forth. What you have to do is you have to push it all the way up. And all the way up for me was a little bit too far. So that's why I put on the tape and the cardboard, so that when I push it all the way up, when you push it all the way up, you can rock the gun and it won't move, because it's secured in by the sides. But up and down, so you push it, I put the cardboard there so I could push it all the way up and it would be perfectly lined up with the barrel. You're gonna have to figure out how lined up your barrel needs to be if you're not running an inner barrel, because obviously I'm not running an inner barrel, I'm just running the standard length inner barrel that came on the gun. But yeah, so that's the quick UMP mod that works actually really well with the gun. And as you can see, the suppressor itself was, I think, $15. So instead of having to pay $60+ for a suppressor, you can pay just $15 and you get suppressed UMP. I would show you guys it firing, but I don't have any batteries that are charged up right now, so I'm not going to. I might edit it in. I might get some batteries charged and edit it in, but one of my batteries is dead, and it won't charge, it won't hold its charge. It charges for about 5 minutes and then it says that it's done charging. So I'll have to find a good battery that I have if I do the test. But as you can see, it's just like any other suppressor for the UMP, except way cheaper. here it is with the, you can see the gun with the rail, and then on the other side I took the rail off if you wanted to see it without the rail. Looks just as good. But yeah, so that's a quick mod for the UMP so that you don't have to buy super expensive suppressor. Again, the size is 35 wide and 220 long. Anything below 220, it might be too short. Anything longer should work perfectly, but it's just going to be harder to if you keep the same, and if you keep the short inner barrel length, it's obviously going to be harder to line up the end of the barrel with a longer suppressor. But yeah, as you can see, also it's a quick detach. You sort of just pull it out and you're good to go, and then you can push it back in. However, it does leave marks. I don't know if it's going to show these marks. I highly doubt I can get the marks to show. Ooh, there we go. It leaves these marks on the gun, or on the suppressor, as you can see from rubbing it in and out. But if you're buying the suppressor, it should just be for the UMP and nothing else, because of the tape that you have to put in there. Way too far. But yeah, so that's my suppressor mod for the UMP. Everybody should be able to use it with their G&G UMGs that have the hole in the front. And as you can see, I can take the gun, shake it all around, up and down, left, right, everything stays perfectly in place, doesn't move around. So it's a great mod, works really well. If you want a suppressor, this is easily the best way to go for your UMP. Alright guys,